welcome back. And today I'm going to be doing my Anastasia story time. I'm so excited! So it's been a while since Anastasia. We just ended. Has it really been last week? Man, so many things are happening. So we just ended the 14th. I'll just give you a date. We ended the 14th, and today is the 22nd. Yeah, today's the 22nd. So, it's just been a week. But it's been a while. I've been really hectic with auditioning for other things, which I'll get into at the end of this video. But yeah, I just wanted to do a quick Anastasia story time. There's nothing major that happened. We just learned dances and all that. So it wasn't like, I don't even remember what I said for Oklahoma. Like, I seriously should go back and watch that because I don't remember what I went over. But without further ado, here's my Anastasia story time. So, auditions were the 24th of August and callbacks were the 26th. So, I'm thinking either there was a day in between or there was two things of callbacks and two things of auditions and a callback. So, I think that's what I'm going to go based off. So, I apparently went, I don't remember that, I don't remember, of course, but I didn't keep track of anything like I did for Oklahoma. So we're just going based off of Instagram posts and memories. So auditions are the 24th, and I do know this because I put it on the calendar. And then callbacks are 26th, like I said. So auditions, we had to do a vocal audition of a small part from A Rumor in St. Petersburg. Pretty easy. It was in my range. It was a little high. Not a little high, but like, let's say not a little high, but a little high. No, it was moderately high. Like, somebody that isn't soprano probably had to drop it down an octave if they couldn't get it. Or they just went, probably went with that. But, yeah, that's all we had to do for auditions. Wasn't anything major that I remember. I don't believe there was a reading. I don't think there was a reading. I'll have to check with my friends, but I don't think there was a reading. But for callbacks, there definitely were. So since I believe there was two things of audition, so I went the first night. So they didn't post the callback list till after the second night. I was called back for Lily. Exciting, I know. Lily is the Dowager Empress's lady in waiting, and Vlad's love interest. So a lot of things went into that. So I was very excited to be called back for Lily. Um, so went on the 26th, and Lily had to do two parts from Land of Yesterday, and three reading. So, um, I was very honored to get to do one of the readings with my best friend who was called back for male ensemble. I was very excited to get to do it with him. He actually came up to me later. He's like, I would not feel comfortable yelling at anybody but you, because he was casted and called back for Count Leopold. So I got to do the scene with him and Lily, and I'm so excited. But yeah, the cast list came out later that night, and I was casted as Maria, which I go watch my update video if you want a historical background on all this. But Olga, Tatiana, Maria, Anastasia. I was the third oldest. Um, the third oldest Romanov sister. So that was really fun. Also, I got to be an ensemble because, everybody needs to be part of ensemble at some point. But if you don't know, I'm a pretty high soprano. I wouldn't say I'm massively high. Like, when we do vocal warm-ups in choir, my friend goes beyond me. So I'm not a massively high soprano, but I can reach it if you ask me. Um, so for the parts, when we are divided into parts for like finale or like stuff like that, I got to do the high parts, and it's so much fun. I want to say it's freeing in a sense. Like, it abnormally happened. Like, I could reach out. I think it was a high A, and it was weird. Like, I was pretty loud. I don't know if you can hear me in the finale. Might have to go back and watch that. But yeah, because we did get a recording of it, so I was very excited. But yeah, so it was posted that Thursday. So that Friday we had a cast meeting, getting our scripts, our vocal books, our calendars, all of that. So then that Monday, so weekend, Monday. We had our first rehearsal. We just got right into it. There was like no prep, I guess. There wasn't like, oh, let's like get into this. No, we were right into the songs like as if we knew them, which I did, but not everybody else did. So it was really it was a first rehearsal experience. I don't remember it very well, but excuse me, I know it was fun. So I'm just gonna skip over the rehearsals. There wasn't anything major that happened that I can remember. So I really want to highlight Tech Week because if you've been in theater for a long time, if you've been in one show, you know how stressful Tech Week can be. And I don't want to scare anybody off that's like thinking, oh, I want to be in theater. Like, I don't want to scare anybody off. But I'm just going to say Tech Week is one of those stressful weeks that you got to get your bearings on. So for this show, we are having a really hard time with like 3 of the songs because two of them, The Nightmare and Last Dance, the Romanoffs, are just Oz. There's no words to them. So cues were hard. So luckily we have an amazing pit that our conductor director, I don't know what to call her, gave us amazing cues. Like they weren't dramatic, like they were like this, but they're like they really help. Thank you. And then for the other song, which is the press conference, if you've heard the press conference, you know you know how hard it is. It I mean, if you're listening to it, it's not that hard, but if you're like performing it and you're separated into parts and you've changed and you've vamped so many times that you don't know where you are, it's a lot. So, excuse me. So it's very much difficult, but we finally got it. So we technically had 5 shows because we got to perform for our autistic group, I guess. We're called Best Buddies, but like we got to perform for them on Wednesday, and then the 4 nights were like the opening night, the 2 nights, and then closing night. So I just want to say Tech Week is like one of those weeks where you just gotta power through. It was really rough because I had tests this week. It's kind of like Oklahoma, back in Oklahoma where it was finals week for Tech Week. Yeah, I just don't know how I made it through Oklahoma. I don't know how it worked, but yeah, I just want to say the shows are really fun. Um, 2 nights. So we had set pieces, right? 2 nights I forgot to move my set piece because I had a quick change. So I forgot to move them. I mean, it wasn't like a quick change. Like I had a scene to do it, but I forgot, and I just want to say sorry about that. um, but yeah, some nights I forgot to put my gloves on. I think it was closing night. Yeah, closing night. I handed out letters to all the cast, and all intermission I was handing out letters, and didn't change. So he was calling places, right? I'm still in my costume from the last scene. So luckily, the Dowager Empress had me covered. Thank you, Avery. She was just like, go. So like sometimes I forgot my gloves. When we performed for Best Buddies on Wednesday, I forgot to take my flower crown off because I had a flower crown for my Romanoff outfit. I forgot to take that off for the train scene. You know, when you're leaving Paris and you're not supposed to be a Romanoff. Yeah, I forgot to take the flower crown off. And luckily my shirt was covered. We had this neck piece. My shirt was covering that, but I still had my flower crown on. And I noticed that in the song, I was like this. Harsh and sweet and bit. Like, I was like that. And so, go off, grab our stools for we'll go from there. Which we used the stools from Oklahoma, guys. I used mine for 3 out of the 4 nights. Because the 4th night, I was like, I'm not going to track my school down this time. I grabbed my stool and throw my flower crowns just room and go. I forgot my ticket that time. But, see, it's hard. Because Oklahoma didn't have props. Very many props. There was stools. That about it. So it was hard for this show being like, oh, we have props for this scene and this scene. I don't want to say how hard it was because I know the leads had so much more to do. Like, I don't want to be complaining over here when the leads are like, excuse me, like, hello, we had stuff to do too. Our Anya had 2 quick changes to do into those pretty blue and red dresses, and I don't know how she did it. But yeah, closing night, we decided to do our, like, cast party. We really didn't have a party because there was like 50 of us and we were not all going to B-dubs at 6 o'clock at night when there was a football game somewhere else. Like, so we all decided not to have our cast party that night. Hopefully we're going to have it some other time because I love cast parties. But we have this huge rock in the back of our school that like main thing like sports paint, like we spray paint for like sports and competitions and all that. So we decided to paint it for Anastasia, and oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So yeah, we were out there at like 6 o'clock at night, and it was pitch dark because daylight saving time's over, baby. Um, but it was pitch black. So after that, I went to Cozumel with like three of my friends, and the parents. But it was so much fun. Um, I couldn't have asked for a better experience. By closing night, I'm like, oh wait, this is over already. Like I, so much fun. I'll post in pictures after this. But yeah, back back to the video. So if you don't know, I like to take props from if we're allowed to. Like don't I don't steal props. Like if we're allowed to take props, I like to take them. So for Oklahoma, I took a flower from the planter boxes we had on set. So I took one of those, and then for Anastasia, I took two because he's like, anything you want to take it. So I took a teacup from this tea set we had on Gleb's desk during the Neva Flows song. I took one of the cups from there. And then we had this journal that we had for Lauren to do it. That was empty, of course. So I'm like, okay. So we got everybody's signatures in that, and that was really fun. I let everybody have a page, but at some point I was just like, oh, write your name wherever you can fit it, even though like I had so many pages. So I'm thinking that's gonna be like any show I'm in gonna sign it. So because I need to fill that up. But yeah, that's what I got. So on to the announcement. Ignore my journal; it's really bad. So I've been cast as Enid Hoops in my high school production of Anastasia. Not Anastasia. What the heck? Anastasia's up there. It's long gone. Anastasia's long gone. I've been casted as Enid Hoops in my high school production of Lately Blood. I'm very excited to be able to do this. It's very exciting. She's kind of the character I want, where she has solo moments, she has lines. Like, it's not the lead, but it's very darn close. I'm very excited because she's one of them that gets the internship, right? So I'll be on stage with three of our amazing people in our program. Two of them soon going to be alumni. One of them is also a junior like me, and then it'll be me. So it's very weird that I get to be on the stage with some of the amazing people, and me being the one that I'm very excited. So I'll be doing a whole story time on that, so make sure you stay tuned. But anyway, that is it for me. Thank you guys for watching this story time of Anastasia. It's up there in all its glory. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye!